Hey guys, Autumn Miles. I have a word for you guys today. Do you think you should have been there by now? That's what I want to talk to you guys about for a second. You know, I think a lot of times we think, and I hear so often from you guys, I should have been married by now. Autumn, I've been single for 40 years. I should have been there by now. Here I am. I've been waiting for a child. I'm, getting past my prime childbearing years. I should have 2.5 kids by now. I should be at a different place professionally by now than I am. And I don't understand why God has not elevated me to this position that I have been waiting for. I feel as if my time has passed. It's gone. And now I'm just going to settle for ordinary because the time has passed. I hear so often that people sort of give up on something that they believe that God has told them that they would have, just because from a human standpoint, it looks like you should have been there by now. And the time period for you to receive that thing is long gone. This is going to be for you today. I think I talked recently about the fact that Sarah laughed. So we're going to go back to that story because although I have read this story probably thousands of times at this point, this is really encouraging me right now in my own personal walk with Christ. Now, God promised Abraham that he would be the father of many nations. And here we see in Genesis 18, this thing is about to go down. Listen to what this says. Then they said, God is speaking to Abraham, "Where is Sarah, your wife?" And he said, "There in the tent." He said, "I will surely return to you this time next year, and behold, Sarah, your wife, will have a son." And Sarah was listening at the tent door, which was behind him. Now, Abraham and Sarah were old. This is where I'm getting. Were old, advanced in age. Sarah was past childbearing years. And Sarah laughed to herself, saying, "After I have become old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord, being old also?" And the Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh, saying, 'Shall I indeed bear a son when I am so old?' She thought her time had passed. Is anything too difficult for the Lord? At the appointed time, I will return to you at this time next year, and Sarah will have a son." And she did have that son. I want to focus on this part right here. Sarah was past childbearing years. Sarah was past childbearing years. Now, this is one thing I know about my Jesus. We can be past the normal childbearing years. We can be past the normal time period it takes for something to happen, to materialize, to manifest. We think that we're too old. We think that we're too far gone. We think that we should have been there by now. But when it comes to my God, I know that the Holy Spirit indwelled Mary, and she got pregnant with the Christ child. So if that can happen, if God can do that, then God surely can make an older woman pregnant. I don't know what it is today that you think you're too old, you're too far gone, you should have been there by now. It hasn't happened yet, and yet you cannot forget about the promise that God gave you 10 years ago, 20 years ago, maybe it was a year ago. I want you to understand this. If God said it, you expect it. You are not too far gone. You are not past childbearing years. If God said it, you should wait and expect for it. Rather than giving up on that thing, you need to lean in. Okay, God, I don't see any evidence of you working, but I'm just going to trust your word. I'm going to trust that your word is all I need for confirmation. I'm going to lean in, because let me tell you something. Just when you think that you are too far gone is just when God shows up and he shows off and he does something in your life that is miraculous. I have a person in my life that actually I have several people in my life that thought just that. I'm too far gone, Autumn. I'm too old, Autumn. The opportunity is past, Autumn. And just as soon as this person gave up on what God had said, what happened? It came through. I want to refresh and renew your trust. Is anything too difficult for the Lord? Genesis says. Is anything too difficult? Answer me that question. God said to Abraham, at the appointed time, next year, Sarah will have a son. Do not give up too soon. You're not too far gone. If God said it, it's your responsibility to expect it. Love you guys. I hope this encourages you.